Yes, it's summer solstice tomorrow. It is the longest day, so we're gonna have to party with some girlfriends. All right. So take the challenge. Take the challenge. Make it your own personal challenge. Okay, and invite someone over. Maybe it's a neighbor. Maybe it's a neighbor you haven't met yet that you would just love to meet. Maybe it's just a sister, a mom, a brother, uncle, whatever. Get a couple people together. Okay, it doesn't matter who. Okay, just tell them, hey, I saw this cute recipe last night. Would love to make it for you guys. It's the longest day of the year. Let's just get together. Okay, no crazy work ahead of time. So, how many of you guys have the supersonic chopper? If you have the chopper, put a say yes in the chat there. I'm watching the chat. Who's got the supersonic chopper? Hey, Barbara. Who's got the chopper? Supersonic? I don't care. It could be this one. It could be the smaller one. Any one of those. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. Teresa, Robin, Kat, Lisa. I can't see this far away. Callie, Christina. Way to go, guys. All right. Who doesn't have a chopper? Who does not have a chopper? Just put a sad face in the chat. Who doesn't have a chopper right now? Anybody? You all have one? Every single person on the Zoom right now has a chopper? I'm waiting for a sad face. Oh,
oh no.
Girl, you need to take care of that right now.
Oh, that's hysterical. She's on your team.
I know, girl. All right, girls. If you don't have the supersonic chopper, we have other tools. Grab yourself one of our knives, something, okay? Maybe you have our mandolin, anything you have that can cut dice, preferably Tupperware, because you want to show off your Tupperware. If you've got any of our Tupperware bowls, the Wonderware bowls, the Impression bowls, the That's bowls, use them. You have our salt and pepper shakers. Use whatever you have. If you don't have it all, that's okay too. All right? You just go and order it right now and get it by tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. All right, anyway. So this is just a quick pineapple-free tropical summer salsa. All right. I love pineapples, but I cannot eat them. My tongue starts tingly, whatever. It's just not a good thing. Okay. Anyway, although I adore pineapples. So I'm just doing a quick tropical summer salsa. Guys, there's lots of twists to this. You can make it any way you want. And I already got some mangoes cut up right here. You really want a ripe mango. I didn't have a really ripe one in the grocery store. And I thought I'd swap it out for papaya, which you can do. Papaya's got to, it's not as sweet as mango, so you have to dress it up a little bit. So I went ahead and got the mango that I got the ripest, okay? And I just cut it up. So, and I've already did this ahead of time, but pretend this avocado is a mango. You kind of set it up on its end, and then you're gonna slice on each side of the seed. Okay, so you get two halves like this. You're gonna have that big seed in the middle, and then you can, if it's ripe, you kind of just score it with your knife. Okay, and if the mango is ripe, you can invert that skin. Okay, and you get something like this. Okay, what might not work with the avocado because it's all gonna pop up. But I don't know if you guys can you see how it's making all those little cubes? Okay, all I did was score it. So if your mango is ripe, you'll be able to do that and get those nice little diced cubes, and you just scoop it out with a spoon. Okay, so I'm just gonna scoop this out with a spoon. But I already cut up the mango ahead of time. All right, so if you don't want it so chopped up, you want it more chunky, you want the pieces more visible, then use your awesome knives from Tupperware. Okay, I'm adding just a half a mango to this recipe just to make it a little bit creamier. Okay, so it's optional. If you don't want to, that's fine too. All right, we're gonna add 1.5 cups of these ripe mango. Let's pretend. All right, so I'm just gonna scoop out there's a cup. Using my impression bowls here. Okay, and a little half, whatever. All right, so using my gorgeous impression bowls here. So 1.5 cups of the mangoes. Also, you could do a cup of strawberries. You could do peaches. You could add any other summertime fruit that's happening right now. I went with strawberries because they are everywhere right now. Tis the season, okay? So I also decided I didn't want them chopped up. I didn't want them to get so mushy. So I just took the strawberry. And guys, you want to use your fridge smarts. I mean, if there is a time for fridge smarts, it is summertime, okay? So you definitely want to be demoing, going live with these fridge smarts, showcasing the fridge smarts. Okay. They are systems that are going to save people money. I don't know about you, but the grocery store is a very expensive trip. Now, I love to eat healthy. I like to do preventative maintenance so that I am not paying absorbent healthcare costs. All right. So I try to eat healthy. I try to eat clean. I'm going to go organic. And so I need to keep this fruit and the produce fresh in my home. So fridge smart. Anyway, little tip on the strawberries. When you want to put them in dry if you can, but I do wash them ahead of time because my family doesn't rinse them before they eat them. Okay. So if you can, you want to take the tip or the end here where the green stem is, the stem part, face down, okay? And do not put them in the taller fridge marks like this where they're on top of each other and they can bruise each other, okay? You want them either in the medium flat one or the small flat one, okay? And just like this, okay, with that little stem part down and the pointy part up. They're going to last you could probably last 2 weeks, okay? Although they don't last that long in my house because we're gonna keep them, okay? All right. Other secret too with the avocado, keep the seed in. I immediately, this is the only time I use that plastic wrap, okay? And then I will put it either in a freezer made container or we have those avocado keepers, which they call Easter eggs right now. I love those. I have them for my house of avocado that I'm going to be using up. Okay. All right, so I got my avocado down inside of there. Half a cup of red bell peppers. I am going to chop these off in the chopper along with the avocados. So I'm just going to get myself a handful of these. And again, I've had red peppers in my fridge smart, guys. Okay, for once I had them in there for like over 5 weeks. Okay, that looks like a half a cup to me. All right, we're going to add a small jalapeno. If you're not into the jalapeno, just leave it out. Okay. We love the jalapeno. Of course, I did take the seeds out. I did not want that extra spice in my jalapeno. Okay. All right. So I got the half a jalapeno down inside of there. It's also calling for zest of 2 limes. That is way too much citrus for me. I have soft teeth. They're really that really just bothers me. So I cut it back on the citrus. Okay. But I will that the garden zest pressed, okay? The skin, I've already washed all my fruits and vegetables. I'm going to zest the lime skin, okay? I'm telling you, zest adds so much punch to your recipes. If yours tastes a little bit better than everyone else's, it's because you're going to add a little bit of the zest, okay? Your oils, your nutrients are in the skin of your lime, okay? In your lemon, in your oranges, okay? The most colorful part is the best, okay? And I love our zest and press because we've got a zester built right in, okay? We also have that little mini grater from Tupperware, which I absolutely adore. It's probably my go-to, okay? And it is at my mommy's house, which is right over there, okay, in the other room. So that's a good and bad thing because I've got like Tupperware here and Tupperware there. Some things I've doubled, some things I have. Okay. So I've added some zest to this. And if you were here right now, you would smell the wonderful aroma from that zesting of the plant. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna add some lime juice to this. All right. I wanted the skin from that one. And actually I have some cut up lime slices here and I don't want to waste them. If I don't use them right now, they're gonna go bad. And a little tip for you though is your lemons, your limes, if you're going to be using them, yes, you can keep them in the fridge, but if you're going to use them for cooking, baking, anything, you want to have them at room temperature. You're going to get the most juice when you have them at room temperature. Okay. Now, you don't have to add as much lime, like I said, from that recipe, because if somebody really loves lime, like my daughter-in-law, she can add her own later. Okay, so I've got the juice on there. Cilantro, you always want to balance because we're going to add some red onion to this, okay? And the red onion, again, I sliced it. And when I sliced it, I did not slice the root of the onion, all right? You want to leave that intact, and then you can handle your onions, and you won't be crying, and you won't get teardrops in your salsa. And just put them in the fridge, okay? You don't want to keep onions that have been cut out on the countertop. They absorb all kinds of things. All right. I know some people use it for when they're sick. I just think that's gross, but whatever works for you. All right. So we got the onion, cilantro, the greens. All right. Italians like to use parsley and garlic. When I'm doing my Hispanic dishes, I'm going to use cilantro and red onion. The red onion is sweeter, and you don't have to worry about taking all those big chunks of them off. I just want to get the big pieces off. Otherwise, I don't really care. You can just eyeball this, guys. All right, so that looks good to me. All right, so we've got all our goodies down inside of there. And I'm going to put the cover onto the Supersonic. The Supersonic has some serious sharp blades down inside of there. It's got a rubber grip on the bottom so it doesn't slide around. I have a compost pile behind me over here. I think I'm done with the cutting board. And I'm going to put the cover in here. Okay. And we are going to just pull. Now, I don't want this salsa to be so chopped up. I want it more bulky, more chunky. I don't want to chop it too much. Okay. Ooh, this
Orange
looks
paper.
perfect. Oh my goodness. Can you guys see this? It looks absolutely awesome. Okay. I am going to mix that up with the mangoes. I'm going to add the strawberries. If you want to add, and I'm so bummed, they were all out of fresh mint. Oh my goodness, guys. If you've got a garden, if you're growing your own herbs, you add some fresh mint to this. Just going to add a little punch to it, a little kick to it. Okay. I'm going to add, you could add chopped cucumbers to this.
I think Lily does a good job drawing.
All right, so we can add cucumbers to this if you want. All right, and look at all the colors. It is extremely healthy. The more colors you have in your dishes, the healthier it is, okay? You're gonna pick up all different kinds of polyphenols and antioxidants, all those wonderful health benefits. You can add a little bit of honey to this, or agave, whatever sweetener you like. You don't have to add sweetener if you don't want to, if you're staying away from sugars, but this is a natural sugar and really healthy for you. I always try to buy local honey. We've actually down the street here, we have the honey people. And I'm just going to I'm just going to pour a little bit of honey right over that. Okay. And I wish you were all here, but you're not, so you're not going to be able to enjoy this. What else? Honey? Oh, some salt and pepper. Of course, you're going to use your beautiful Tupperware. And again, it is to your liking. You could spice it up with some of your chipotle seasoning, which I'm probably going to do, but I forgot to bring it over. I'm going to do that. What else we got? You could add some fresh, oh my goodness, fresh ginger, fresh grated ginger to this. Just a little bit. Ginger is very, very potent, okay? I always keep ginger root in my freezer, in a freezer mate, because I'm only going to use a little bit of it. You only need a little bit, all right? So I will grate that ginger right on top of here and give it that little extra kick. Please, just remember, a little way goes a lot with spices, all right? A little goes a long way with your spices, all right? Oh my goodness, this looks amazing. Go grab yourself whatever you can find at the grocery store, put it all together. You can make it chunky, you can make it creamy, add that little avocado for that creaminess, add a little bit of honey for that sweetness, add your little spices to whatever you love. And I'm telling you, your friends, and you can add that driveway. What was that drink, Jim?
Sex in the driveway.
Yeah, that one, right? You just tell them that. You just tell them, you know what? I'm having some friends over. We're just gonna have sex in the driveway. Don't be coming.
Yeah, they'll all come, that's for sure.
All right, guys, let's go out there and have a summer salsa party tomorrow. I dare you all.